most of it's probably mental. You don't like dark places that are wet and you're claustrophobic. You have a bunch of phobias and stuff. It's not going to be the place for you. Good morning, everyone. So we're off the day 2 of this adventure into this Highlander mine. So yesterday we went down as far as we could. We ran out of ropes down that manway. I'm a little bit apprehensive about it because when we went down yesterday with the ropes and stuff, there's all kinds of the manway is all completely rotten where the skip car came down, and where the ladders are, it's all rotted, and some of the wood just come sliding down there. So I've got to get past that, so it's a little unstable just with the wood. I'm not that worried about it because I'm going to have lots of ropes, so I'll be on ropes. But I'm a little worried that a piece of wood's going to come sliding down that manway and hit me, but I should be able to get out of the way if that happens. And if not, it's not going to bring me down further down because I'll be hooked up the rope. And the other thing is there was just another ore pass that was way at that end of it, and it wasn't going down real steep, so we're going to have a quick little look at that first, and then we'll take what rope we got left. We've got 2 big long lengths of rope, and we'll add them onto that manway and go to the bottom of the manway. So we'll see you underground. So right here there's some old boards left here, and there's remains of a shack here. So and then there's also some concrete, so there's probably a compressor set up here. So I kind of think that this may be the very oldest part of this mine. Very defined layer of pay in here. So I can see it goes down, but it's not really steep here. And I'm sure it wasn't connected to the part we were in yesterday. So there's the ore here. But they must have kind of played out here because they didn't mine it in any further. You know, it looks almost, you can imagine, it almost looks like it was mined all the way across with that similar type of ore to the other wall. That's a big unsupported stone. It looks like maybe there was a railway and a winch that ran carts down this angle here. We're going to see how far we can get down there and have a look at that. Here's a look at the ore here again. Very nice looking ore, but obviously not really rich because it's not mining it anymore. This would be easy to open pit because you could just, not much overburden here. You could just blast it right out of here if you wanted to. But so we're going to take a walk down here and see what we can find. It's like a long ore chute going down here. Not too steep for the grades. It's a little bit short though. It's only about 5 feet or so. You got to kind of crouch going in here. But set of wheels and an axle off an ore cart. If somebody wanted to get that wouldn't be very hard to get out of here because look, we're only that far from the entrance. Got to have a long rope or something. You could drag it up there, and you can get a quad right to the top. So that wouldn't be very hard to get if someone wanted an artifact. Cross cut in here, just beautiful colors. Looks pretty nice. Dark red. And look at the back. How distinct that layer is. That's not very stable there. It's just gonna. It's called cleavage when it falls off. There's some old dynamite boxes and a little pit, but we're going to continue on further down. It's been a while since I've been disturbed. Oh, that's just a beautiful shot. It looks like it just ends down there. Good chance it does, but we might as well go down there and see, and then we can scratch it off our list. All right, so that's the end then, so we can consider that scratched off our list. It's not that hard to get down here. Look at these slides here, so they must have had a winch and some kind of a cart or something there sliding up on those 2 logs. It's a little narrow in here, but we're going to get back into the main mine and then go way down, use all our ropes, and get to the more exciting part of this show. So, change in plans. We're almost to where we were yesterday on this ugly ore pass. But you know, the problem is we got all this freaking loose wood all the way up there. In fact, the stuff comes screaming down. It's going to fuck me up. So I think what I'm going to do is instead I'm going to go down this ore pass. It's nice and clean, so should be safer, I think. And easier. You got more room in the back. So we're just going to. It's wet. There's some water going down there. We'll just go down this ore pass and see how that goes. Well, everything seems to be going relatively well. It's not been bad coming down here. I think a lot safer than going in the ore pass or in the manway, because there's nothing really in here. The manway's got all that dead wood and everything in there. So this is the level we were at yesterday, right there. Stuff back there. So we only got one rope left, but I think it's winding out down there. Hopefully that'll be enough. Alright, so we are literally at the end of the rope. We got this much left. And before you give me shit, yeah, I did have enough time there, just untied it. You always want to knot at the end because otherwise it slips right through. There's a level right there. So we can't get any further because we're out of rope, but it's okay because just a short ways up there, about 30 feet up there, there was an access to that manway we're following. So we can get up to that side of that manway and just climb down the last 30 feet, and we'll be at this cross section here. So we went through a lot of rope. We have 4 60-meter ropes, so we're about 800 feet down right now. Well, there we go. We made her. Just ran out of rope just a little bit before we got to the bottom, but just a few. It was okay. No problem. This is that ore chute that we came down the bottom of that ore chute. So if we would have had just a little bit more rope, we could have just come right down that ore chute. We probably could have anyways, but without a rope, there's always a chance you could slip and fall into there. Which we don't want to do that without a rope. So anyways, this looks like a pretty major haul level. Skip car, so if you guys don't know, so this was made to go on that track. So we use that to haul dynamite and supplies and stuff up to that next level. If I had to do this again, the top, remember where those 3 ore cars were? I would just going down that ore chute and come all the way down and come out here. That would have been easier and safer probably. Looks like a pretty major level and some stuff to explore, so we're here to explore. Let's see what we can find. Pretty major workings up here. We're never going to be able to check out every stope and everything here unless I lived here. I don't want to spend a month going to every little thing. But the main things, we'll get to all the, try to get down the main haul levels. That's where the more interesting stuff is, I think. Stopes, they get looking pretty similar, and similar formations. You have the similar type of stopes. Oh, there it goes down there. Not too steep, eh? Be a way to. Yeah, there's a ladder there. Could possibly get to lower workings without having to go down any crazy steep areas. It's always nice. Yeah, it's starting to. There's a little false floor in here that rotted out. Just because this back is like gravel almost. Pretty soft. So they wanted to keep it shored up. Oh, yeah. Get through this little section. Oh, look at all that vines growing in here. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen them that thick. But the only thing you ever see growing underground. Oh, this doesn't seem to be a little smaller in here now. So, if my directions are right, we should be going. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't make this guess, but oh, well, that looks pretty big in there. I'm not too worried about getting my feet wet now. Let's go wherever I need to go. Might be coming to an end here. No. Oh, nice little table. Good place to have lunch. Nothing in there, eh? Oh, there's a blasting cap in there. You see? Old blasting cap. A little bit of water in here, not too bad. Pretty fair sized railway in here. Looks like. So I don't know if we're going further into the mine or if we're coming out. It doesn't matter because we'll go right and left, so we'll check out everything we can. Some lead there. Oh, that's a false floor. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to fall down there, huh? Yeah, that's false floor. What do you think? Oh, that's not good, eh? Oh. Another raise going up there. Well, I hadn't expected that to be a false floor. Gotta be careful when we go back. It doesn't look like a nasty place to fall down to. I don't know what's all in there, but I'll stick my light down there. You don't want to fall down there anyways. Prefer not to. There, looks like that's a 24 gauge track in here, and pretty fair sized track. And I feel the wind's just screaming up out of here, so it'll be interesting to see where we're going. They put this tunnel in here to the mill in 1951 to join all these mines up. And at that time, this is a lead mine, right? So they just dumped the tailings into Kootenai Lake. There's no other place really to dump them from where the mill is and the way it's set up. But so this guy's got still has this mill, and he's got this crazy idea because he's got some kind of an old permit that he can fire this up again and start dumping tailings into Kootenai Lake. After 70 years, you know, there's no way in hell that they would ever let the mines that ever let someone dump tailings right into a lake, especially from a lead mine. That'd be, you know, that'd be just crazy. There'd be a revolt. The government would be thrown out of office if that ever can happen. So, you know, this guy's kind of stupid, I think. He should, cause him, and I don't know what kind of shape this mill's in, but I would seriously consider dismantling and selling it if it has any value. There's no way in hell he's ever going to use it where it's sitting. There's no place to put a tailings pond that I can see, and it's right beside Kootenai Lake, which, you know, because it's a big lake with all kinds of communities on it, and you know, the water quality is very important these days. Where in the old days, you know, the environment was sacrificed somewhat, well, actually quite a bit, for jobs. But I guess, you know, you have to worry about feeding your family, and there's other ways of doing it today without destroying the environment. Yeah, well, there's lots of cool stopes going up. Oh, we got water running this way. It's got to be the way out. I've never seen water running into a mine. For a couple of reasons. The main reason is that, oh, there's those. Somebody wanted one of them stones, I don't know why. I think they're just regular rocks. They're covered with calcite. They do look neat. Look, frosting. Ah, look at that old saw. Not cool, eh? Looks neat. Can maybe get down one of them places. There's some grizzly bars here. There's lots of places where the ore is going down, so it doesn't look to me like this is the main level. It looks like a crosscut level, believe it or not. There should be another haul level below us, I would think. I don't know. Let's go find out. A lot of cleavage here, eh? So, what do they call it? Oh. You know what this looks like? Oh, well, cool. Look at that jug. See that jug? Probably has oil in it. You know, it was just a guess, but I think they probably built this to go around a caved-in section. Could be wrong, but I'm going to try going this way anyhow. Seems that way to me. That looks like it's been caved in maybe for a long time. Let's see. Where does that go? Oh, that goes faster. Oh man. Whew. This is getting more complicated, this formation. Find them here. Oh, they took the track out this section. Well, that's interesting, but not necessarily good. The track's not here. It wasn't the last part that was mine, so this probably wouldn't be going out, but we're going to go down here and see if we can find here anyhow. I've been walking for quite a long ways. This is a pretty extensive level. This has been a very long tunnel. We've been walking for, oh, I'd say at least a mile. It's changing now. It's turning wet. And we've got a different type of rock here. And I don't feel the wind anymore. Oh, some kind of a scoop or something, huh? Let's see. Maybe homemade for all I know. Let's see if I can keep that out of the water. So it doesn't rust anymore. Well, look at this, just a huge cavity in here of quartz. Looks like it's all fallen down pretty recently.
Not really sure what's in it. You see that much except quartz and some layers of other stuff in between a little bit. Quartz isn't worth anything, or not much. There's a bit of pyrite in here, but we've seen a lot of pyrite, more pyrite in other areas in this mine. It goes down to the bottom, but probably blocked off there. A lot of stuff looks like it's fallen off recently, these big chunks. Not a very safe place to be, but pretty warm in here. I think it'd be a good place for bats. It's pretty extensive in here. Oh, there we go. Looks like there'd be a dam here. So they use this for a water reservoir. It's probably not holding any water anymore. Look at the calcite is almost closed up. Piped right off. But then I don't think there's anything interesting in here either, because it was just a sealed off section that they... Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty freaking wet and mucky in there. I don't see no reason for going in there. And this is the only one that we haven't checked. In this direction of the mine, there's lots of other adits to check out, but this is where the air is coming from. So this is kind of the, I don't know, the skankiest part of this mine, I think. Kind of interesting. But we'll try going that way first. Then we'll maybe go down, we'll see. Man, there's only so many hours in a day too, eh? Man, a lot of stuff is falling out of here. So all this wood you're seeing here, they're all stalls. So all the stall would be like these, eh? So some of them are still hanging on there. Other places all the rock has fallen. You know, it looks pretty solid now. Looks like we're down to the country rock here now. On this part here. See how clean that is? Whoop. Whew. Kind of scared me. You don't usually hear stuff falling out of mine. Just slid down a little bit. Wow. Yeah, it really goes down quite a ways, eh? We're way down there. There's definitely another level down there. I'll be careful, you don't want to slide down there. And I don't know, I think this looks pretty stable now. It looks like they mined the ore, but didn't mine it right up to the country rock. There's probably like a richer pay streak, and they're trying to keep the poorer quality ore out of it. But see where it's kind of crumbly there? I think they mined some of that. But the stuff that's left here looks really solid to me. Yeah. I don't think that's going to fall anymore. A lot of it's fallen, but I don't think more is going to fall. Not at the back anyways. I think we're at the site of a lot of collapses, both in the past and in the future. That was the main hall level that we were coming along, and we snuck up through on them stalls. We see all that. I don't think that's all that stable. A lot of it's fallen off. And a lot more is going to fall off, by the looks of it. I had this saying that I kind of try to live by. It. Well, and it's cool. Someone once told me, says, better to learn from other people's mistakes. You won't live long enough to make them all yourself. Maybe somebody can learn from some of my mistakes. Well, look at that, eh? That's pretty neat. You see that lens that the ore and everything came down? Oh, that stall looks like it's holding a lot of stuff up. I don't want to disturb anything around that to cause that stall to collapse, that's for sure. Look at that, eh? Looks pretty neat. It's pretty steep there. I don't see any safe way of getting down. I don't think the tunnel continues anyways. I think this is the kind of the end of the deposit here, or of course they mined it anyways. Like I would say, I could almost make it across, but most times almost doesn't count. Yeah, it does continue on there, but I decide that's just a little bit too treacherous there. There is an old railway track actually that goes across there, but even hold on to that track, I don't know. I don't think so. We'll call that the end here. We've got lots of other places we can explore. Trouble is, if you're by yourself, you know, and you have a problem, there's not going to be anyone here to help you, so you got to be a little bit more cautious. This stuff down here, I think that's what they mined underneath here. It's a pretty soft layer, and then you see another layer to here. That's kind of a harder stuff. It's got a lot more quartz. So a lot of places where you've seen the skulls, they were holding that up. And then so what's happened is that this kind of pretty soft layer, and it's fallen down a lot of places behind them when they mined. When they took this out, then it's not as stable, and this part fell down, this hard quartz layer. So, but I don't think they mined this. Yeah, this sure wouldn't be a place that you'd want to be if there was a bloody earthquake. I mean, that's a hazard. There's not a lot of earthquakes here, but I mean it would just be massive collapse if there was even just a kind of a minor shake. So yeah, you're always taking some chances. People always say that you should go, you know, you should never go underground without a buddy. Well, who the hell would go in here with me? I mean, they'd have to be crazy, you know. I mean, really, I'm the only guy that would do this. There's nobody else in the world that does this kind of exploration at this level that I know of. If there is, let me know. Yeah, I'll ask them if he wants to come with me. So just to recap here what they've done here, so this bottom stuff underneath that layer, that's what they would have mined, I believe. Probably been rich in lead, and then there's another layer on top of that. It's about 2 feet. It's got a quartz and a bunch of sulfides in it, and then you get back into the country rock here. So with all the stalls, they tried to keep that quartz up. You can see it's actually peeling from the back there. See, and that's what's all falling down here. So they tried to keep it out of the way because they don't want it. It's just a waste rock to them. And they tried to mine all the stuff underneath it. So this is quite stable here, fairly stable. Well, there's cracks and stuff in here. I don't know, nothing's really stable in here. So yeah, I wanted to go down into there, see if there's another hole level there, but you know, I've kind of reached that point. Everyone has their limits, and you know, look at this here, eh? So see, there's the country rock there. That's pretty stable, and there's that real unstable quartz band that's just right under it. It's completely failed here, and it's got a big crack in it too. So I mean, I think if you sneezed on it, you could just touch that and that whole thing might come down. I probably shouldn't be sitting here talking about it, but so that's my limit. That's you know, it's tight there. I could squeeze through there, but pretty tough without touching the back, and I don't want to touch that back. So that'll be it for this section. We'll try to see if we can find our way down here somewhere else. There's quite a ways down below that main track level that we came down the ropes on, and we know there's another level here somewhere. Didn't find an easier way to get to it, so we just kind of travel down some real steep place. I hope I don't have to go back up, but I might have to. And so we're just following these slopes down, and they would have led to a dump somewhere, but it's there's so much material that's come down here, it's just plugged everything off, I guess. So we'll just keep walking along here, and hopefully we can locate something for you. We've walked a long ways along the bottom of this, and it's all the same, just like this. And it's collapsed. I don't think I've ever seen a mine that had this much stuff that's collapsed. There's just an amazing amount of stuff that's collapsed here. And it just keeps going down in all these areas, and I haven't found one spot where it continues down. It's plugged everywhere. Every place you look when you hike down, it's plugged. So it seems like the ore had no place to get out. So we're going to make our way back up to the main level, I guess. The main track level, and we'll explore the rest of that. There's more collapsed and more unstable stuff here than any mine I've ever seen. So we did find one little rat hole where a guy could get a little further, but you know, we dug all the rock out from under it, and I'm looking at it, and I mean, look at this stuff. It's just barely sitting here. And where we'd have to squeeze through, we could just barely squeeze through. There's a rotten stall holding up. The rock doesn't look too bad, but no, I think we're going to pass on that. Man, maybe if that stall give away, that rock give away, and all this stuff would fucking bury me in here. I don't even want to touch anything, you know, it's so, everything just kind of barely sitting in here. So that's what mining's all about. They just take what they want and they try to leave the rest. So it would have been pretty neat when they were in here doing this. It was all stalled up, and then they just went along here with their air hammers probably, chiseled all the ore out, and it comes screaming down. It's a pretty good incline to the bottom where they got the ore out. There had been another major level down there, and they just kept holding everything up with the stalls. And then when they were finished, stalls rotted, maybe they had an earthquake or something, and all of a sudden this other layer that didn't want, it's all just come crashing down and plugged everything in here. So pretty neat to see all these layers and the way it was all mined. But probably the most interesting thing in this area here is this quartz. And look how white this stuff is. I don't know if I've ever seen quartz this white in a mine. It's just snow white, pure white quartz. As far as I know, quartz is not really worth anything. This stuff's really sharp though, you know, it's hard, and if you're walking around through it, it's really easy to cut yourself. It's gray patches in there, probably, I don't know, lead or silver maybe. Obviously didn't get anyone too excited, didn't go any further. There we go, another one of those mysterious kegs, eh? So that's like a fourth one we've seen in about the last 3 weeks, but I've never seen one in 3 years before that. Kind of weird, eh? When it rains, it pours. Another stope up there. I don't think that one goes very far. Not too steep. Just enough to trick you going up there, you know? How it works with them things. They're real sneaky. So it looks so inviting, and then you decide to go up there and then you get in all kinds of trouble up there. I love that green tinge to the flowstone, eh? That look awesome. And inviting too, is trying to suck me up there. Yeah, look at them vines growing on there. I've never seen no place I've seen vines the odd time. Mostly growing in the water, but I've never seen them that thick. Can barely tell that that's an ore chute. And they're a long ways underground too. They're not roots. Weird, eh? Some of the things you see underground, you don't see anything like that above ground. Weird. They like water, they don't need light though. Lots of calcites in here. This is a pretty old section, obviously. Goes down. Pass. Our pass goes down there, but we're not going to go down there. We don't have the time. I want to continue to explore the rest of this main tunnel. And it's going to take us a long time to get all our stuff out. Because we have a lot of, we got 5 ropes to coil up. And that's a lot of stuff to pack as you're going up. We brought it in 2 shifts, we're going to take it out all at once, hopefully. We'll see. Obviously, but same kind of these natural dams. Which might mean the water's getting a lot deeper. And theoretically, I think we're going into the mine. I don't think we're going to get out this way. I think we're just going to go a long ways and get to a face. But so the history of this mine was, it's a vein called the Highlander. Not to be confused with the Highland, that's another mine close by here. So anyhow, there was about 6 major mines here, and this company bought all these mines and joined them all up. So this is what you see this level, and this level is joining, I believe, is joining all these mines up, because, you know, it's just way too big to be one mine. So. And the way it's set up, it looks that way to me. So they, oh wow, this might be the end of the road. I don't know. Oh, it is anyhow. No. Well, I might have trouble getting past this. Yeah, it goes down. It's really nasty there. You don't want to fall into there. If it was just a small pit, I wouldn't worry about it so much. But it's pretty bad. Nope, we ain't gotta go in there. We'll take that other branch truck out. So we're back where that ore chute was that we came down with the ropes, and we just got this right-hand branch left to check out and see what's in there. Well, no explosives, it says. Well, let me pull up that sign. Yeah, it's probably going to be no good. $50 for one. That's a pretty nice sign, but it's so fragile I would never be able to. Nope, I'd never be able to do anything with it. Just have to leave it. So this is probably just an explosive storage. Well, so I guess that's all that we can show you. So it's been pretty cool mine to go down into. Big, extensive mine. And well, there's more stuff I could do, but we need more ropes. So well, I hope you enjoyed this, and I don't know where we'll see you from next week, but somewhere. Bye for now.